right. Should be going live. We are live. Let me just check the gate. Looks good. And we are disco. Hey everybody, welcome back to another Reality Skewed Gamers stream. It's our lunch hour. I'm Ranger J 1999, your host and part of the RSG crew. Glad to have you guys here as we do another lunch hour. If you are new to this to RSG and what we do here, this is where we're gonna hang out with you guys for the next hour or so. We're gonna do a roster review. We're gonna answer your questions. If you have questions, make sure you put those in chat. Make sure you put question for your statement. I'm running solo again today, so if you want me to get your question, make sure you do it that way. But glad to have everybody here. Say something in chat. Say hello. Say whatever you like. We'll shout your name out. I always do that for every show. And yes, so let me introduce everybody, and then we'll get through some of the mechanisms, and we'll kick this pig into gear. Also joining me today, you can see me. Besides, there's no Finn. He's on a trip. None of the other RSG crimmers, but we got Xylo Takedown from Xylo Takedown Games with my apprentice. He was eating a delicious lunch of chicken nuggets and macaroni.
Happy Friday, Skewers.
That's right. Skewers Unite. Also joining us from across the pond, our English international skewer. We've got the one and only Michael W. Huntington III. Michael, how goes it with you?
It goes good. My cunt is skewered.
Okay. That is science. Can't unsay certain things. All right, glad to have everybody here. Make sure you say hi in chat. Glad to have you guys aboard. Big day planned, so some changes to the schedule. I was going to do Battlefront today. Not going to do Battlefront today. I'm going to do like 4 hours of Battlefront tomorrow. I want to make sure I get everybody in. So tomorrow will be Battlefront instead of today, because right after this stream, I'm going to be doing my Grand Arena Championships first round. My opponent did clear me, but it was a tough road for him. He went full offense, I can tell, because he cleared all my teams. And it's a strategy that also works for me, because I can see when they do that, like, okay, they've got these teams up front, they got nothing in the back. So we're going to go for the full clear, and we're going to talk strategy and stuff. Again, this will be over on Twitch, so if you're not following us on Twitch, please go subscribe or follow us on Twitch, because that's where we're going to be at. I also learned a fun fact that I can play music on Twitch and not get demonetized like I do on YouTube. So I'll be playing my rock music over on there, and we'll have some fun, man. Big shout out to everybody for the incredible birthday wishes and things on Facebook and Discord. The gifts in PayPal, the gifts that got off the Amazon wish list for my birthday yesterday. It meant a lot. I felt all the love from you guys. It really meant a lot from all the skewers out there. So very much appreciated. It made my birthday worth it, and made it easy to stream 9 hours yesterday. So if you guys don't know, that's why I did a 9-hour birthday stream. It was incredible. We had Team Money on. We had all kinds of people on. Farquhar joined me. We got drunk together. Her more than me. She suffered a little bit more of a hangover today than I am. But yes, very glad to have you guys here. TGIF, skewers, it is Friday. It is time to get this weekend started. So just remember, so a couple things. No Battlefront tonight. We will do Battlefront tomorrow for 4 hours, and then Sunday there's no D&D, which is good because of my certain recent AC issues. We just got it fixed yesterday, so that was nice to have the AC blowing in the air and finally working, and I don't have to sweat like 900 degrees. I'm going to be working on a bunch of lore videos. That's pretty much my entire focus this weekend, is to get those finally done. I know you guys have been asking for more, so I'm going to try to knock out as many as I can and have those ready to go so we can launch a bunch of them for you guys. So I know you guys like the lore series, so we're going to get that done for you guys. Some other things, make sure you give us a thumbs up on the video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you know when you get notifications and when we go stream live. If you haven't checked out our Patreon, please check out our Patreon. You get a lot of benefits for being a patron. Like we're doing a roster review today. If you'd like to become a patron, you can have yours bumped up to the top, and we'll explain that once we get further into the roster review. The other thing is I am doing full, per your guys' requests. I've already done one, and I'm ready to do some more full reworked of your rosters. I charge $30 for GP every million GP, and then like $20 extra if you want me to sit there and do like I do normally. It's basically a roster view. I explain some things to you. We talk about your teams. If you want that, that's just $20 more. And then for me to remodel your entire roster means get your teams ready for GAC and everything like that. That is being offered to you guys, me personally, Ranger J 1999, remodding and reworking your rosters for you. So if that's something you're interested in, all you need to do is message me, and we'll get you squared away. And I'm doing that especially for the skewers. So that's why it's so cheap. I come cheap because I'm trying to get you guys squared away. You guys support us another way, so I'm not going to charge an arm and a leg. I got to get paid for my time, but it doesn't have to be crazy, right? So I think $30 was what I figured would be a reasonable every million GP, because it takes me about for like say the one I did the other day was 4.5 million GP. It took me about 4.5-5 hours to do all the remodding for that, and talking with the person about explaining some of the moves I was making for their squad so that they understood it a little bit better. So I am a cheap date, Utah. That is without a doubt. So, it's the simple things in life.
It's a lot of characters, a lot of mods and everything too. It's a lot of work. So there's a lot of work, and it's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. It's not, oh, this one just goes here and everything else is fine.
No, you got to remod. It says I really take my time, make sure you're squared away, so that you're good to go. You know, especially with the mods that you have, to make sure you're getting the most efficient use of what you've got available to you. So if you want something like that done, just message me and we'll get you squared away. And message me, Ranger J 1999. All right, all that out of the way. I think for today, I know people have been wanting mini roster reviews too, so I'm trying to balance this out. So instead of maybe Battlefront tonight, I'll do mini roster reviews, because I'm going to do the 4 hours of Battlefront tomorrow. It just gives more people that want to play an opportunity to play. So if you would like to join me on Battlefront, message me in Discord and let me know that you'll be available tomorrow. I'm probably going to do it from like 5 p.m. Eastern to like 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern, because I know we do Pictionary at 10 o'clock. So it's something to kind of lead us into the Pictionary tomorrow night. And that gives me time to, after doing the Jedi Academy, to be able to do some more work on the lore videos and things of that nature. So I'm trying to reschedule some things to get some stuff done. So I'll probably do some mini roster reviews later on tonight for you guys. Instead of doing Battlefront, we'll do that. So there you go. Let's see who's in chat. Then we're gonna get to our roster reviews. Well, Ranger will suffer through depression with mods.
We got Mike and Paul here too as well. Yeah.
No, I don't care about those idiots from the Escape Podcast. No, screw them.
It's Scotty's in chat too.
No, yeah, I don't like Scotty either. He's Australian. He doesn't count. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. Of course, we love Paul. And good news for Paul. Yes, his wife's doing great, and that makes me feel great. Of course, Scotty is always welcome here. They're two great guys. If you guys have not checked out the Escape Podcast, you should, and join their Discord. It's a great Discord. I try to go on there and as much as I can, but I'm oversaturated, man. I'm doing a lot of streams. I'm doing, but the thing I always promise, and I mean this, if you message me in Discord, whether you're a Patreon or not, I don't care. If you have questions about the game, you're more than welcome to message me at any time, and I will do everything I can to help you out. That's what we kind of do here at Reality Skewed Gamers. All right, let's see who we've got in the chats of skewers. Let's see what their skewers are up to in said chat. We've got Devineta. Here's here. Wargo128 says, hello there, Wargo. Dr. Feelgood, he's the one that makes you feel all right. He's in the chat, says, good day to everyone. Matt Bailey says, gracias, good morning, gentlemen. He says, I wonder if Ranger's going to be late today. I'm never late. Hey, right, precisely when I mean to. There's Scotty M. He says, hey, guys, all the way down there from Australia. Glad to have you here, mate. He's probably saying that's the worst Australian accent ever.
Don't mention the cricket to him.
Oh, that's right. England did put a whooping on the old Aussies. So, what was the final tally on that? I know it was kind of bad.
I think, if I remember rightly, the Times reported it the most accurate. England kicked Australia's ass. I think that was it. Official. Okay. Yeah. We celebrate this because it happens once every 30 years, I believe. Something like that.
Australia's got some big boys that can really knock the ball out of the park, man. All right, Matt Bailey says, question, Ranger, how's your foot? It's good. I plugged up the hole, put some stuff on there. It's fine. I've got, if I stopped every time I got a hole shot, punch, stab, whatever into me, I wouldn't be here. So pain is just weakness leaving the body, in my opinion. So, who, question mark, says, hey, RSG crew, I'm back. I hate these stupid work tricks. Well, we're glad to have you back there, buddy. Tress from the Dark Lord says, howdy, howdy. Skywalker Vader, our Canadian brother from up north. Hey, how'd it go? How's it going there, eh? Callison says, happy birthday weekend for Ranger. Thank you, Callison. Scotty says, Xylo. He's happy to see you there, Xylo. Let's see. Ray Rocks here says, happy Friday gamers. So we got Ray Rock in here. Kazakage Too Easy says, no Finn, no Malik. Today is sad, but happy Friday, guys. Yep. Guys, at this point, don't ask about Malik. I'm completely, at this point, like, I have no damn idea. So,
well, didn't we say like something after like the Jedi Knight Revan event? Maybe next weekend.
Yeah, but at this point, I'm like, who knows? Who
Yeah, we keep
knows?
saying next weekend for like the last month.
I swear, it's just don't ask, guys, because I'm not going to respond anymore. We don't know at this point. It's ridiculous. They'll bring it out when they damn feel like it. John Davies, good evening to wherever you are, sir. Whittle says, hi all. Gianna, and I'm going to try to say this. Geodinavand. I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool, and it says good evening. So I like that, Whittle. Yes, Cog, too easy. I see that you're here. Darth Coco says vacation for me starts. No. Well, congratulations. Enjoy your weekend. Madwin Force says hello, everyone. Hey, Madwin Force is a new name I haven't seen before. Welcome to the party. Gappy says hey, happy Friday. Fair Ranger for grafting through the hangover. Messy business last night. Hey, listen, I drank a whole bottle of Jack Daniels and I'm still 100%. That's what happens when you take 5 mile walks and work out. And I'm about to start intensifying my workout here again, guys. So you're gonna start seeing me slim down a lot more than I already am. Got a new workout program. I'm feeling better. So there we go. Let's see who else we got here. Wargold says, he says something, we'll get to it. Hellnix is here. Says, good afternoon, RSG crew, Rangers, Xylo, and everyone else in chat. TGIF and love to all. Have a great show. I'll be listening, but won't be able to chat. Have a great Friday. Well, do your work, buddy. Jeff Incredible says, great shaper panty AD. Okay. Don't know what that means, but congrats. Herbert Fulgrim says, howdy Ranger, happy day after your birthday day. Thank you, sir. There's Chikin with the hand wave, the smiley face, and the thumbs up. Foreigner's here, says, hello there, skewers. Darth Bob is here. Bob! He says, Scotty doesn't know that Fiona and me... Oh, well, no, hold on. No, okay, I'm not reading that. Jesus. Bob, a little graphic there, buddy. Jesus. And that was not meant for me. That's for Scotty, so they can read that. Eric H. says, how's a hangover? I don't get hangovers. It's a simple trick. You drink a little bit of water and take some Aleve before you go to bed. No hangover. Utah, of course, he said, hello, awesome people. Glad to have you here. Miss Farquhar's here. The lovely Miss Farquhar, she says, happy Friday. It's Miss Farquhar who hung out with me yesterday for my birthday, live, showing off her athletic form as she drank vodka as I drank bourbon yesterday. It was great. Yes, Scotty, that was a seamless self-promotion. Scotty says, Ranger's a beast. Do it. I am a cheap date. Yes, you too. Thank you again for that. Boy, a lot of people in the chat today. Let's just go through this. Calzin's here. Sorry about the mess, says, hey Ranger. Grande Verga says, oversaturated or moist? Well, somewhere T McVenom is looking for you, and God bless you, sir. Let's see here. The lovely Ouchie Dumpling is here. Let's see here. Who else we got? Paul's here from the Skate Podcast. Dojason's here. Good morning. Make sure you check him out over at Twitch. He's got his own channel. Gives some good stuff there. Ouchie says, Ranger, I'm sad I didn't get a chance to sing happy birthday to you yesterday. That's okay, Ouchie. I know if you would have if you could have. That's all I need to know. Let's see here. Who else we got? Just make sure. Nathaniel Morgan. Who cares about cricket? The U.S. would dominate that too if we wanted to. I don't know. It's a different game. Let's see. Jeff Incredible is here. Yeah, let's not talk about the U.S. men's soccer team. They're pretty atrocious. The women are incredible. God, our women's soccer team is awesome, but our men... Chewy's here. He says, TGIF, RSG crew. Glad to have you here, Chewy. JLY9 here with the howdy wave. Let's see what else we got. Anybody else? No, I think that's it. We're caught up on everybody's name, I believe. Yes. Let me just check one more time. Do one more pass. One more flyby over the chat with all the skewers in there. Ski Trooper's here. There he is. All right. There we go. That's all the shout-outs. Now let's go to America's favorite pastime. You love it as much as I hate it, but it's time for Ranger to go dick around with mods. Yes, that's the time where Ranger goes in and tries to get really good mods and never does. So here we go. Talked about this yesterday with T-Money, and we both agreed that the mod pain is real, but we move forward in the trenches. We're fighting the good fight. We feel like we're never going to win, but we do it anyway. Now, I've taken the liberty to already roll and get mods, so we'll go see what old Ranger got. We always want to filter, like you see me doing, and then I'm going to sort by speed. So we'll go down and look at these mods. We're going to roll them and see what old Ranger J 1999 can end up with, if the game will allow me. Come on, game, work with me. I have to scroll all the way down the bottom because I don't think any of those hits.
He's asking if Xylo can say hi.
Yeah,
there we are. He said it in chat.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hi. I'm not being pedantic, but being pedantic.
Alright, so we got a mod here. It didn't roll already. Let's go to the next one. So I need to sell that. So we'll go. It's a purple, so we'll do one stat, see if it hits speed. And nope, it hit health. See, those were done already. I didn't sell these yesterday. Damn, I should have sold these. I'll upgrade this next blue one. We'll take this to 6 because it's showing 2 stats. And let's see if we get a speed on that. Let's see what we get. Well, we got a speed 4. We'll see. We'll roll it again and get it ready, and maybe we'll do some rolling on that. Oh, it's up to 8. Very nice. Okay. So not too shabby so far. Got an 8. So we'll go roll that later on. Let's see here. Let's go down, back. I have to go all the way back down again since I marked it. Alright, got some green here, so let's roll this to 9. Let's see here. Speed 3. Yeah. Not great. Health protection. No, I'm going to sell that. That's... if it hits 9. Possible, we'll keep that one. Not too happy. I want 5 speed. I'm a greedy turd. Nope. Next one's a big miss. Next one we're gonna do is nope. That's another big miss. Now we're up to all the gray. So we'll roll. Alright, I rolled that one yesterday. I gotta sell it. Let's upgrade this first gray one. We'll go to 12. So we want to see all 4 stats. Let's see what we get. Seed 4. Alright. It's got some possibilities there. We'll keep that. We'll go back and roll that one. Next one, 12. Let's see, another gray. Speed 5. That definitely is something we want to roll. How can I slice that turd muffin right now? Let me see. I don't think I have the mats for it. Let's see here. No. Chewy. I'll use some energy here for the skewers. Alright, let's see if this 5 will hit. No. Where'd it go? I didn't mark it. Oh, there it is. No. Be the mod. Hit speed, not that stupid defense stat that's on here. Don't piss me off. No. And it hit speed. Oh yeah, sookie. Green 9, I'll take that. Alright, so this is working out alright today for us. Not too shabby. Ranger won't have too much depression. I will when I go to roll those mods later on and I don't hit speed, and then I'll, so we'll do the next one here to 12. And let's see what we get. 5 speed again. No. There we go. We'll take that as well. So, all right, turned out to be a pretty good day. No depression for Rangers so far. But when I go and roll those, it's going to, it's not going to, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be good. All right, last one. We'll roll this. And no. All right. But, beggars can't be choosers. So let's sell all the other crap that we're not going to use. Get rid of this, and this, and this, and this. And this. So we'll sell all that. So not too shabby. Not a bad little haul. We'll see what happens. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. I will take it, damn it. Because this week has been... It's been brutal this week, Xylo. I mean brutal. It's been pretty poopalicious. So, yes, no depression for Ranger today. Not yet. So, when we go to roll those mods later on, we'll see. So, it could be depression. So, all right. We'll see what happens. See what's going to happen. It's going to go down. Not Xylo takedown, just go down. So, all right. So, that being said, we got that knocked out of the way. Let us begin our the review. Today, so we'll pull that bad boy up. What's the matter? Are you is my apprentice choking you, Xylo? What's going on? You're being very quiet. Is he? Good.
Oh yeah, he's very angry right
Good. I feel his anger. It makes him stronger. Gives him focus. Oh, is he getting the apprentice? Oh snap! We got the apprentice maybe making an appearance. Let's see what happens. He's off the screen, unless he's throwing chicken nuggets at him. Let's see what happens. I see shadows in the background. Maybe he's taking care of the baby. My apprentice grows stronger by the day. There is my apprentice. He has been fed and is drinking his juice. He is strong in the dark side of the Force. Isaiah grows more powerful every day. He's not even looking at us. He's drinking his num-nums. Alright, my apprentice, I need you to behave. Enjoy your juice or milk, whatever that is. And if your father gets out of line, throw a toy at him. Alright, here we go. Rock and roll. Let's get to this roster review for Mad Wind Forces. And the shout out to his guild, the Rogue 3. Glad to have you listen to your roster today. This is a 3.9 million roster. And let's see what Madwin wants. It says, thank you for reviewing my roster. Well, you're more than welcome, Madwin. It's our pleasure. It says, I'm farming B1 and ETA from Fleet. Hard nodes is Jordica and Embo. The rest of my energy to gear farming, Cantina, Brood, Alpha, of course. I'm farming for speed mods, but wondering if I should mix in other types of mods to farm. Should I spend the 350 energy refreshes on mods? GA Championship Defense caused me to go from 6 to 18s. I have been using Revan, First Warrior, Bounty Hunters, Karth up front. Like it. The Kira Night Sisters in the back. I like that. The last two real problems. Any suggestions to sending defense appreciated. After finishing Sith Trooper and Malik, if he returns, I'm thinking of finishing gearing my Bounty Hunters, First Order, Stormtrooper, Foss, Spirit, and Range Trooper before moving to Separatists. Your thoughts on what to gear next? All right. Well, you're doing OKK in Arena and definitely doing great in Fleet Arena, so I like to see that. Let's look at your characters and start reviewing some of this stuff. What does my apprentice think? Or is he still drinking the bottle? He's drinking the bottle. And GG's not cooperating. My apprentice, I need you to go destroy those fools over at GG. You're not moving.
It's like as soon as they put Patreon up, they stopped updating it.
Okay, well, my apprentice will take care of it for us. That's right, my apprentice. They will die.
They've done a lot of work on that, though.
They have. It's a great site. All right, so let's kind of go through this team. Let's look at the Sith Empire team. We're missing the Malik, so let's look at that. Everything else should be good. Yep, so Troopers 9. Got to get him to 11. Missing the Zeta on Basla. Missing the Zetas on HK, so the team's not quite ready yet. He does have the 3 on Darth Revan. You kind of want to have that team for, honestly, if it's missing the Zetas and it's not synced, not with Malik, you want to keep this one for offense. I know you put it on defense, but if you're going to put one of your Revens down, I'd put your Jedi Knight Revan down and use your Darth Revan on offense until you get it ready. It's too easy with a lot of stuff out there without the Zetas and without that synergy to get beat. I don't care how fast it is. A Jedi Knight Revan could take that Darth Revan team you have out quickly. And if you're going to go with a stronger Revan, go with your Jedi Knight Revan because we know that's your stronger team at the moment. So if you're going to go defense strategy with the Revans, keep Darth Revan for offense, go Jedi Knight Revan for defense. Yes, Jedi Knight Revan can be beat, but that means they have to use either their Darth Revan, Jedi Knight Revan, one of their top tier teams to beat it. You're at that 3.9 million, so you're Division 2. Having to play 8 teams, you're going to need some firepower. And Darth Revan without the Zetas is still really good on offense because you're controlling it. Even though you don't have the Zetas, you can still do some serious clearing with that team. So that would be my first suggestion. The other thing is we got to find you 2 more teams for defense. So let's kind of go through here and talk about where you can put your teams and what we can use. Bounty Hunters look great. Again, get your Jingo Fett to 11. Just helps. But your Bosk is your main. He's got both Zetas. That's really good. Let's see what your speed on your Bosk is. 277 good, so that puts him with the Jingo lead at 307. So that's more than enough speed to prevent them from being troopered and other things. Still can be beat. I mean, any team can be counter, guys. It's just how difficult you make it and then you lose banners. Like for today, the guy full cleared me because he went nothing but offense. Like you'll see his defense, like in the front line, you're like, and I know he got crap in the back because he one-shot me. He full cleared me, but I saw how he was able to do it because he beat all those teams, and he lost a lot of banners because he couldn't get like high points because of my defense. So worked right into my favor. All right, so your bounty hunters look great. So that's our frontline defensive team, like you already know. Let's see here. First order is a frontline team. Let's see. You say you used. Let's see how it looks. Looks perfect. Good to go. Get your stormtrooper up and then put that on that team. It'll make it even better. No issues there. Your troopers are going to be for offense. This is not a defense team. Let's check the speed of your Stark. 265, good. With the 20 speed from Veers, that gives him 285 speed, so that's really good. Next team, we already know Night Sisters. I'm going to look at what other 2 teams could he put on defense. We know Old Republic's going to be a team he puts down on defense. He already says that. That's a frontline team. We know one of your Revens, First Order, Bounty Hunters, those could be your first 4 walls. And you got Night Sisters and your stall. Let's go to your, if Gigi will cooperate with me, that is. Let's see how your Separatists look. So you could go with a Separatist team in the back line, and you can mix and match and make an amalgamate. You know, just it doesn't have to be all the droid team or just like all Geonosians. I know you're working on Brood Alpha. That'll be a team eventually you can use, but you could go with something like Grievous, Sunfat, Dooku, Nuke Gunray. He's gear 8, maybe not, but you know, go with a Separatist team. It's a back wall team. It's here to place them on, you know, just as a placeholder. If you get the Omega ability either for Newt or Dooku, you can go with those as your lead. Make it kind of a pain in the ass to deal with. It could be cleared, but it's just something to place down on defense. So you can kind of mix and match these guys until you get your full Separatist team going. Not having to be 2 geared kind of hurts, but eventually you'll get him along with Jordica. And like 2 teams that you can eventually use on defense, right? You could go like General Grievous and the droids for one team, right? And then you could go with like Newt or Dooku with the Geos as another team in your background that you can use in the back, right? So that still leaves you a lot of your heavy offensive firepower that you want, like a Revan, JTR, CLS, those kind of things. So that's a possibility. So we need, at least we know one team could be your Separatists that you can put in the back. Not great, but it's something to hold you over, and you're working on them anyway. I mean, you're working on other characters. I would still work on your Geos. Couple reasons why. Because if we go to your Galactic Republic, let's look where you are with your GR team. All right, let's see here. All right. Padme's 5 stars. You know, You do have Anakin at 12, Kenobi at 12, Ahsoka at 11. This could be a team you just need basically to gear up Padme and then start putting the Zetas on. If you want to, this is a great offensive team. Just get the leader on Padme. You can do some damage with them, especially as you start getting them up. But I would say finish up your Geos. A couple reasons why I say you need to focus on your Geos. Your other teams are fine. I've gone through your roster and looked. You need Separatists for the GOTB. You need your Separatist higher stats so you can get Padme done. Plus, Separatists will allow you to put 2 teams down on defense and still allows you to save up for your heavier hitter teams. The other characters you mentioned you can still work on. You're working on B1 and Jordica, and you're working on ETA. That's fine. That's a ship. That's really not coming into play here at the moment. But if lane, if you have 16s that we already talked about and you need 2 more, that could, your Separatists could fill out those last 2 spots, and then that could still leave you the teams that you can do stuff with CLS and Darth Revan and the Troopers and Traya and Palpatine and just down the line. Now you've got your Nest and your Wampa, things of that nature. I think that's where you need to focus on. I think you need to go hardcore into your Geos. You need it for the battles, and you need more teams, and you're going to get 2 really solid teams out of the mix. I see you're already farming Brood Alpha. He's an amazing piece. I'm working on getting him right now. I just got him to 4 stars, Gear 9. He's going to be I'm hoping by the end of this month he should be 7-star Gear 12. I'm going all in on Alpha Brood. I've got 2 Zetas coming up. I should have done this month. B1's getting my next one, and then I'm going in on Brood Alpha for the GOTVs. So, I put Separatists down. Eventually, I'm going to have the Droid team done, and then I'm going to have that team that I'm going to put on defense and let people have to deal with that. So, yeah, I would say that would be your best bet for your characters and stuff.
If I can throw my hat in on that one.
Go for it, brother.
Lately, what I've been doing, especially since the Grievous rework, right? Like, a lot of people are still struggling with the Grievous team on defense, even with like some of the hard counter teams like Night Sisters or DLS or even Jedi Knight Revan, right? So I've been putting that down on defense, and I would say I'm getting some good value out of it as like a top tier magnet team, right? Like they have to use a top tier team, and if they don't, it has a ripple effect through top and bottom. And then like you mentioned with the other team, what I've been doing is Dooku lead with New Gunray, and then the 3 core Geos, the pilots, Spy, Soldier, and Sunfac. And Dooku, when I first started running the team, was only Gear 10. And New Gunray, same thing. Now they're both Gear 11, no Zetas or anything like that. And every once in a while, I still get a pretty good hold out of them. You know what I mean? Like, a good solid hold, some good, something that they're not expecting to be so exciting or so detrimental to you, right? Like, so like they try to solo it with like Nest or like a Rex Wampa or something like that. It's a little more than what they're expecting, and it'll have another cause and effect, right? Like you get a full Geo team after you get Brood Alpha done. There's going to be potentially more Separatists to make like a 3rd full team with Wat Tambor and like your leftover Separatist, right? So you have like a droid team, Geo team, and then the 3rd Separatist team. So
if you wanted to, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I think long term, there at least will be like another 1 or 2 Separatist characters down the road. I mean, with the Clone Wars TV show returning, there's got to be at least 1 or 2 more down the road. So.
Yeah, and we know there's going to be some more there's going to be more reworks. There's going to be more characters coming into the game, clone related, Separatist related. So yes, mate.
Look at it from like the Galactic Republic has like this ripple effect, right? Like you have Galactic Republic Jedi, you have the clones, you have this kind of ripple effect. Same thing with the Separatists. Like you get droids, you get a little bit of Sith and dark side. So I mean, it's kind of like. Having this ripple effect and dividing these teams up is really cool too as well. Yeah,
the Geos, like if you get your Geos squared away and then you've got your droid Separatists, put those in the back line with Night Sisters and a Kira Stall team, you're already having to go through like a Revan, if you do the way I do it, with a Revan First Order crazy bounty hunter team and Karth team. They're gonna go, it's gonna make it hard. I mean, like I got full clear today, but I could tell just by the points that he full cleared me, but he went full offense, so he had everything available to him, and he didn't get full banners on it because I do the averages, do the math, and it's like 55 banners per win. So he has a lot of loss, and the teams he put on defense, you'll see when I do Grand Arena that and Zali, you'll be there for that, right? You're off today, right?
Yep. Yeah. And then I'm gonna follow up and do mine after yours too.
Okay, there we go. So I joined Zylo, but he can never figure out his microphone, so we'll just...
It's the Mac. It's the Mac laptop. Like, everybody I talk to, nobody has, like, any, like, reference with it. And some people are telling me, like, I went on Reddit and the OBS, like, forums and stuff like that, and I think it's just because it's, like, a Mac laptop. I gotta get, like, an actual desktop for this.
All right, so let's look at your mods, and I think still take that into consideration, Madwin. I hope that gives you some ideas. Teams look great. You've got the teams for offense and defense. We just need a couple more, and I think Separatists will be your best bet. So get your Separatists squared away, and then once you get your Padme a little bit higher stars, you can still work into gearing your Padme, but keep farming your Separatists, gearing them up. If you want to gear your Padme up and start doing Zetas on those guys, you can. But as placeholders, yeah, keep farming your Brood Alpha. The stuff you're doing is fine. I don't have any problem with anything that you're working on right now, but we just got to get it done. But at least put one Separatist team down, and then at that point, just put, like, your best secondary bounty hunter scoundrel team together. It's what I do. I know it's in the back. I put it behind my Darth Revan. It's just a placeholder until you can get those teams squared away. All right, so let's go look at your modding. You had mentioned that, and let's take a look and see what we got here. All right. Filter this by speed and speed secondaries. Some good mods here. Good mods that could be sliced too. You get the one on Kenobi. I don't know why that one's on it's got protection. Okay, protection and tenacity. Okay. Mods are solid. They're very solid. We do need to keep farming speed secondaries. I'm not seeing a lot of crit chance on here either. If anything stands out to you for the mods here, Zylo, say something. The one on Jango Fett needs to be sliced. That's a great mod. Blue 14. Better slice that mod. The 14 speed on purple on Stark needs to be sliced. Same thing for the cross on Finn. Has a potential to get to 20. There's some blues. I'd say go first slicing these mods here that I'm looking at on the screen. The speed's good enough that you can get some really nice speed secondaries if it hits. You'd rather know than not know. I think you need to farm a little bit of crit chance with your mods. I'm seeing a lack of crit chance. Crit damage mods as well. I think farming speed's fine, but if you want to mix in crit chance and crit damage, like one day you do crit chance, one day you do crit damage, and then the rest of the time you do speed mods, because we know speed mods where it's at with speed secondaries. Because those are the ones those are the ones that those are hard to get, because you've got plenty of the other ones, tenacity, health, and offense and all that stuff. So those would be the ones I would go for. Anything you're seeing, Stylo?
I totally agree. Like, a little bit of the extra mods that only take 2 primaries to build a full primary stat. Like, anything other than potency for your roster. Like, you need some health primaries, which you get from events, so don't farm those in particular. No. But, you know, any crit chance, crit damage, offense, tenacity, those are the 4 that I'm seeing for the roster in general. And I mean, like, it'll just give more of your team some extra layers, you know, more damage, more sustainability, survivability, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and the thing you want to remember too is you need good crit chance and crit damage mods, because remember when we set up your teams, like, you know, I was showing this the other day, I was like, this is how you set up the Galactic Republic team with Padme. Padme's, it's easy, right? It's the damage you want to set on the other ones. So I'm like, crit damage, crit chance on Ahsoka and Anakin, because you want them hitting like trucks, right? Kenobi's easy because he's tank. Just go lots of health and protection mods as your primary sources of stats, and then you can go defense, sense, tenacity, health. It doesn't matter. Just make sure that typically I went heavy on protection with Kenobi, right? So, you know, your tanks got to be tanky, your DPS has to be damagey, and those characters that need speed, and it's not every character. If you got a great damage set with, you know, crit chance and crit damage, a great speed secondary is great, but really you're looking for those stats on those that have additional crit chance and offense and things of that nature that just makes those offensive pieces hit harder. So when I do my remodding for a roster, right, I'm looking at that kind of stuff, and I'm interested to see how the one I did here recently will fare out. So again, if you guys want me to remod your roster for $30, for every million GP. I will remod your roster. I will reset your tunes. I'll get you squared away so that you can just basically run your teams and kick ass and take names. But overall, it looks really good. This is a really good roster, Madwin. You've been hyper-focused. I think you need to do more with the Separatists. So you have 2 more teams in the back line. Eventually get your Padme team squared away for offenses. They have more flexibility on offense. But other than that, I think do what we suggested with your mods, and I think you'll be in a really, really good you'll be in a great spot. For your defense for now, just do a mishmash of Separatists in the back wall, and then like a scoundrel kind of mishmash of whatever you got left over. It's the best you can do with where you're at. So finish up Sith Trooper, save your stuff for Malik if he ever returns. I know. But I would forget about Range Trooper right now. You got enough troopers to do some damage. Spirit's good. If you want to put Spirit in the mix, you can. But yeah, focus heavily on Separatists. Those other characters you can work on, but work at them one at a time as you work on your Separatists. So if you want to work on Spirit first, along with the Separatists, great. Once Spirit's done, then go do Range Trooper. Once he's done, you keep working on your Separatists, then go do First Order Stormtrooper. So you can round out pieces at the same time, but heavily focus on Separatists. All right, I think that's everything that Madwin wanted. So Madwin, I hope if you have any questions about anything we discussed in here, you can message me personally, RangerJ1999, in our Discord, and I will be more glad to help you out with anything you have. Anybody that we've ever done a roster review, we're hundreds and hundreds and hundreds on one stream. They all know that they can reach out to me anytime, and I will help them out. So that being said, thank you for letting us look at your roster. Big shout out to your Guild Rogue 3. If you would like a roster review, all you need to do is send your GG page to Finity in our Discord, FINITY, and make sure that you put a little bit of what you want us to look at. It's a 4-week wait. When you message Finn, give him a day or two to respond. If he doesn't, send him another message. He will respond eventually. And when he does, he'll let you know that you're in the queue. And then 4 weeks later, we'll set up a date and time, and then we will get to your roster review. Now, if you would like to have that bumped up so you get it done sooner rather than later, all you need to do is just become a Patreon of $10 or more. I think that's green level. Once you do that, we will move yours ahead of the line and get yours done sooner than later. I also, as a Patreon, if you have not become a Patreon, I do mini roster reviews. I will do that tonight. Basically what I will do is I will any Patreon that comes on and wants me to look at their stuff live, I will. Any questions they have about their roster, I'll put the ally code in and look at it, so you get that benefit for being a Patreon of having me anytime I do mini roster reviews, and I do them 2 to 3 times a week. I will look at your stuff. And if you just want a whole rework of your mods and your characters and everything, message me, RangerJ1999, and I will set up a time. I said $30 million per GP, $30 per million GP. And if you want real interactive time where I break down why I'm doing what I'm doing so you can be better at understanding mods and why I'm doing the teams that I'm doing, for $20 more, you can basically have me for an hour or so where I just really break down stuff for you so you really get an in-depth understanding of mods and teams and the concepts and what you really want to focus on, because a lot of people just don't have any clue, and you can see it in a lot of the GAs and stuff we do. So Lady Pool just says, oh hey, I've been listening to this whole time and just felt it saying hi. Well, hey Lady Pool, that's DPK's lovely better significant other. So yes, all right, that's our roster review for today. Glad to have it. Madwind, let us look at his roster. Very much appreciate it. And if you have any questions, my friend, just get with us. All right, that being said, let's get back in the game. We got questions. Question time. It's question time. And I'm going to get some things in the game started as background as I pull up the questions. All right, let me do this. I think it could work. Let's do this thing over here.
Make sure you put question in front of your question so we know that it's a question.
Yes. Help us to help you. Help us help you. Question time. Question time. Why are you coming? No. No. That goes in there. That goes there. Jesus. All right. Paul says, Lady Pool is cool pool. That's right. All right, let me pull up the questions. All right. Well, eventually the game will do the event and play it. It's spinning. Emulator's been kind of acting up lately. I don't know what the hell's going on with that stupid thing. All right, today, let's see, we got Matt Bailey again earlier asked how my foot was. It's doing fine. Danola Papaya says, question, how do you get two women mad or angry? No, I'm not saying that. Danola Papayas, I hope they read that and want to kill you. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I'm not reading
another
that.
option.
But no, don't say it. I don't want. Listen, I'd like to live. Mike just jumps in and wants to read the damn thing. Really? And then give his opinion on it. No. Stop it, Mike. Bad Mike. Waffle Dolphin says, question, what mods are best for Jordica? Xylo, Mikey, what do you guys think?
I went with just like flat offense primaries, offense and crit chance primaries, because his special that does the true damage, it doesn't crit, yes, but his basic still does, so he still does fair damage on crits, so you still want him to be able to crit on his basic. If you have his Zeta too, as much as he is assisting on his basic, you want to have all those crits going, and then yeah, again, flat offense percentage, a little bit of crit chance, no speed whatsoever. You don't want him to have like any speed at all, because that's gonna ramp up his true damage even more. So
science. Dark Stanley question, has anyone else noticed people having more banners than are possible at the top of the divisions? I know there's some bugs they've been saying with the flags, right?
Honestly, I haven't even been scoping the top of the divisions yet, but only because it's the first round, and then there's still plenty more like scores and points to calculate. So, what I mean, like maybe at the end of
after everything's said and done.
Yeah, because I mean, like for example, like me, my main account was ranked 542 before the second round started, and then I dropped down to like 12,000. I was like, are you kidding me? And then like the way it restarted, it was messed up. And then the same thing for the alt account too. In Division 11, in the Chromium League, he was ranked number 8 overall in Division 11, right? So I mean, it's minuscule for a lower level roster, but I mean, like not as many players are as competitive. And then I dropped down to like 20,000. You know what I mean? So it was just weird. I mean, they're still tweaking it, I think.
Yeah. Forgot I wanted to do the lower tier one so I can possibly get some Ray Falcon shards. That's the only way I'll get Ray Shaw, because I'm not farming that damn shit for a while. Nathaniel Morgan question, can Ranger farm moss besides speed set so speed doesn't roll? It won't necessarily be #depression. Nope. I must suffer through depression because that's what the fans want to see. Wargo 128 question, Ranger, have you tried Brood yet? Do you still think they will rework Geos? Comp could very easily become broken with even the slightest boost. Well, they need to rework. Let's be real. Spy needs a rework, and so does Poggle. Poggle is worthless. I think Brood's fine the way he is. I don't think he's OP. I think he's damn good. Any thoughts on that from you guys on the Geos and what reworks need to be happening and stuff like that?
Mike, what do you think? I know you have them a little more developed, right?
Yeah, I've got to be honest. I mean, I haven't actually used them too much. I saw some really. Someone showed me their GAC screenshot, and there was a squad standing on both sides, and that was the Geos, which was like, what? I'm not sure what GP they were, but anyway, I like them. They're kind of, I liken them to Ewoks. You know how Ewoks do all the assist attacks? It's just the fact that all of them go all the time, which is really effective. And the fact that you've got Sunfax Basic that removes buffs really helps. It enables you to go against a lot of teams that are annoying to face. You know, I'm thinking kind of like the double tank squads where you get rid of one of the taunts and the other one pops, and you still can't get to the damage dealers that you want gone and stuff like that. So they're great on that. I think Ranger's right. I mean, the fact that we've had a refund on Spy, I'm hoping alludes to a rework coming in on Spy. Hoggle's lead needs desperately sorting out. I mean, that lead must have been kind of like one of the first leads that they ever did in game, because he's been in game since day one anyway. So yeah, he needs reworking. The whole faction, they just need to. basically they need to hit harder. And even Brood's lead, I mean, Brood's lead adds 10% damage on basics, I believe, which isn't enough. So I'd agree with you here, Zyla, that Poggle's lead needs sorting out. I mean, if you can get 20-30% extra damage out of Geos through a lead, which would seem to be one of the easiest ways to do the rework, that would be my call. And don't be surprised to see some Zetas appearing on them. I mean, the Geos are really, because they're still a great ship faction. I mean, I know, the Millennium... No, go on.
No, I mean, I agree, because I still love the ships to this day. I mean, and the fact that I think they only need, like, tweaks, right? Like, they don't need to, like, there's so many Zeta intense teams that have come out recently, right? And I really think all they need to do is just give the day one Geos like Sunfac, Soldier, Spy, just give them an extra ability that'll help round up their power level a little bit more, give their kits some more depth. And then Poggle, obviously Poggle needs fine-tune. He kind of squeezes in there with the ship characters too as well by giving them like an extra ability maybe. Like, but Poggle's kit is just so niche, and it seems like it's meant to be surrounded by Geos and droids, but with the introduction of Brood Alpha, it seems like they're trying to go with an all Geo exclusive team. So maybe just the way to buff the Geonosians a little bit more, and then maybe a way for them to introduce a healing mechanic through Poggle, right? Like he's like, supposed to be like the top, other than the Queen, right, of the Geo. So maybe a way for him to help bring back some health and protection to them on top of Brood Alpha's leadership. That's all they really need. I mean, just a little tweaking here and there, and you have all the ones that are only having, the basic and the special, an extra layer of contact,
Yeah. All right, next question. Working question. What are your thoughts on two people having more than the theoretical maximum of D2? It's either cheating or bug. Either way, how will CG respond? I think they'll get it fixed. They are tracking that stuff. So they may have a theoretical more points and stuff. They'll get that rounded off and fixed because they know that the eyes are on them. So it may take them a few days or during this GAC to get it fixed, but you'll see it get taken care of. They better, or we're going to get yelling and screaming from a lot of us.
I think the cheating aspect, that it's not something that we're stressing as much over, right? But it's more of them trying to get the calculations and the matchmakings and the scoring correct, right? So they're trying to. It has to be in the live environment for it to be tested, and that's what we're doing. We're a bunch of test bugs right now.
We'll figure it out. Herman Fogan question: when do we expect Padme to come back? Since apparently we're never getting Malik. I still think beginning of August is when we're gonna get Padme again. That'll be like 90 days since she last appeared. So right around that time we'll get Padme coming back in. And then we'll start seeing things ramping up for Light Side TV. We'll start getting some stuff as the Clone series gets ready to launch in the fall. So we'll start seeing a lot of that stuff in August, starting to ramp up.
Yeah, like 2 to 4 weeks, and then I think around that time, maybe a little in between or after the Padme event comes around, maybe we could start seeing some news about the Light Side GeoTV. So they're like, here's your second go around for Padme. You can get her before we launch the new Light Side GeoTV.
Yeah. All right. Ziglet question: in your GAC, your group of 8, does anyone know if there's an attack set? I'm in position 4 facing 5. Is it 1 versus 8 and so on, or it's just random? It's random, I think. Because I've had it to where I'm like 2 facing 5 or something like that, I think, before. So, I don't think there's, it's not a seating system. Or did they change that? Does anybody know? Xylo? Mikey?
Again, I think that's something with the tweaking. Like the first matchmaking, everybody in my division was all Division 1 and everything like that. But this opening round, I'm facing somebody that's 3.8 million in Division 2. So it's like... I think it's messed up still. I think it's really messed up.
We'll figure it out. The Escape Podcast. That must be Paul says, question. How do I ask a question? You already answered your question with your own question. Nathaniel Morgan. Question. Does Mike play baseball? If so, how stiff is his glove? Does he still hold it before he plays with it? I don't think Mike knows what the hell you're talking about.
Like a call back to Grande.
Yeah, that was yesterday, playing with his glove yesterday, yes. DL Cool J. Question. Why does Google Play Store charge tax on top of in-game purchases, but Apple doesn't? I don't know. Ask them. I can't speak for those companies. Doja-san question: what is your ideal mod? Question stolen from Paul and Anthony of the Skate Podcast. Ideal mod is anything above 20 that has exceptional good stats in the background, like say 22 to 25 speed with like depending on what you're using it for, though, right? So it depends on the character, you know, the stats. You have to kind of watch that. I mean, speed's important, but ideally it would match the character for what they try to do. Like Basilev had potency and damage. I'd be like, yep, that works for me. You know, if it, you know, like anything that might make a weaker character on defense, like more tanky, is always good with protection secondaries or tenacity. So that's, you know, it just depends on what you're trying to use the mod for. What do you think, guys? Zilo, Mike?
I mean, speed ideally, but lately I've been looking for like more health, like flat health with health percentages, right? Stuff like that for like the Padme team and the Grievous team to, you know, add more layers to those guys. And you know, you got to slice them up to 6E. So even if you're not looking for speed, you're still looking for all those health statistics to slice up. Whether it's the two on the top left side piece, those two you have to look for flat and percentage health on those. So then it's a little easier to slice those two, right? Because you're getting a 50-50 as opposed to like 1 out of 4 chance for those to slice. But then looking for those flat stats on the right side and then the circles in the bottom left, it's more like you're hunting for speed there, except from the health aspect. So it's just as much of a chase in a sense.
Chiken's question: should I focus Geos or droids first for gearing? I say droids. What do you think, Zilo?
I mean, I like the droids a lot better, but the Geos are a little more accessible, and then you get
they're easier. They are easier.
Yeah, they're a lot more accessible, and then you can easily like take Toggle out or whoever another for like Newt or Dooku or any of the droids that you're working on while you're working on the droid team too. So it's a lot more flexible, right?
Mm-hmm. Chiken's question: both equally suck right now on my roster. Well, pick one, man. I mean, you're going to get benefit out of both. I kind of like the droids more, a little bit harder for gear and stuff, but because the Geos are pretty easy to gear compared to the droids.
The leader, too, in general, right? Like, look at the leader for each of them. Like, Brute Alpha, you can farm him on a Cantina node. Grievous, you got to farm him out of the Fleet Store or the Shard Shop, so it's way long-term grind for both of them, but I think the bugs are a little more accessible, right? I mean, they're in multiple stores, so...
All right, Doja-san question: Geos or droids to get to the 16,500 power restriction first? What do you think, Zalo?
Droids. Yeah.
The droids. What else in the 3 question? Just wanted to say thanks again, Ranger. My Django lead bounty hunter team with a 299 total speed. Boss held front line for 3 battles. My GBA Geo new team held for 2 at gear, 8 to 10. Back line 2. That's what we do here, man. That's the kind of stuff I like to see. That's the kind of results that we expect. We may be dumb, but we're dumb.
Straight cash, homie.
We just pretend to know what we're talking about, and luckily it works for you guys. And then we get to take all the credit. But yeah, I'm glad to see that Weddle sending through. That's really good stuff.
We have brain damage.
Well, yes, but hopefully it translates to victories for you guys. That's what we really care about. And that is all the questions. We are caught up. So, that being said, I think...
Right on time.
I know, right?
So how's this working with GAC today?
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna end the stream here. Let's see here. Oh, everybody's thinking we should do Geos first. Do whatever you want. It doesn't really matter to me if you want to do droids or Geos first.
Well, let me chime in on that one a little bit more, give you some more depth to it, right? So the Geos, again, are more accessible. You get the ships out of them, but, you know, the ships aren't really needed for anything. It's kind of like a early team to climb with, right? Or if you're, like, first putting a ship's team together even. But again, the Geos, like, they rely on assist and everything like that, right? So the main premise of working on the Geos is to not only get them up to gear 12, but they're for the Wat Tambor mission, right? So that's what you're using them for specifically. But are you going to be able to use the Geos to get a 7-star Padme? You need Grievous and a majority of the other Separatists for that, in my opinion. I mean, Sunfac is the only one who really benefits you in the Padme event. All the others rely on mass assist. and Padme's kit and the lock protection up buff, every time you're hitting them with an out of turn or assist like that, they're just getting stronger and stronger and healthier. So you're kind of crippling yourself in the Padme event if you're going with the Geos for that. So I would think that the Separatist droids and then, a couple other characters around that are more important than the Geos, right? It's because you get one of the top tier teams in the game with it, right? So as opposed to Watambor, I mean, we haven't seen him yet, so I can't say whether he's like meta defining, but I really think that Grievous being, one of the more important Gear 13 characters too. I mean, there's a lot more that you get out of the droids long term.
All right, so but you guys do it the way you guys want to do, so it's all good in the hood. Yes, fun sec. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to end this stream. Give me about 15 minutes, and someone just did something. JC Dab 2 is now following us over on Twitch. So what we're going to do is we're going to end this stream here. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, subscribe, spread the word about RSG for this stream. But we're going to flip over and give me 15 minutes. So 1:15 to 1:30, we're going to start over on Twitch for the Grand Arena Championships. So if you want to come watch me do my GAC, that's where we're going to be doing it at. So and remember, guys, no Battlefront today. I'll be back later tonight to do roster reviews and mini roster reviews, things of that nature. I will do a 4-hour Battlefront stream tomorrow night, leading up into Pictionary. So that just gives me a little bit more flexibility in my time because I need to get some other stuff done today. So yes, so if you're looking for Battlefront, I will be doing it tomorrow. And that gives a lot more people that want to play. Fridays are a little bit more difficult for people to play on Battlefront in general. So on the weekend, it gives people a lot more time because they have more time. It's the weekend. So there you go. So make sure you give us a thumbs up, subscribe, follow us on Twitch. We're getting ready to go switch over to Twitch. Check out our Patreon. If you want if you want a roster review, we'll do mini roster reviews later. If you want me to do a full mod rework of your team, message me. We'll set it up, and I will do your team for you at the price listed. So there you go. All that's all the way good. But thank you guys for stopping in. If you have any other questions we didn't get to, then all you need to do is join our Discord. I encourage you to join the Discord. A lot of great people over there from all over the community. You can just meet some great people first off, and then if you have any questions, they'll answer before we ever do. And if you have questions, just message me personally, RangerJ1999, for anything, and we'll get you squared away. So on behalf of myself, thanks to Xylo. Make sure you check out his channel, Xylo Takedown. Check out Mike's channel, Mike Hunt. Glad to have those guys here, and we're gonna go flip over. And yes, I did get my AC fixed, Lady Pole. So yes, it's nice and cool in here. I'm not